Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rapid Chess here with the video of the day, and today we will look the game of Timur Rajabov, who convincingly won Metlwater Rapid Finals. Outplayed Carlsen, Wesley Saw, and a lot of good players. And he didn't. He lost 3 matches, but on tiebreak, so he never lost a match from 4 games, which is excellent achievement. So let's see what he plays. He plays knight f3, knight f6, c4, and e6. So MVL is playing normally c5 and g6, but this is transposition to queen's gambit. Knight c3. So in this position you can play knight to d7, bishop to e7, a6, a6, a lot of moves here. But MVL plays bishop b4, which is Rogozin. This opening became very popular like 4 years ago. I think it was played in 2016 candidates, very popular, and now it's played everywhere. Takes, bishop f4. I think you can choose between f4 and g5. f4 is more solid, g5 is more tricky, but Rajabov is a very solid player. And knight to e4. Of course, this is all theory, but I don't like this idea to play with when you are behind in development, to make more moves with your light pieces. Yeah, I think castles is more preferable for me, at least. Rook c1, c6. So with c6, black defends d5, and in some variation the c7 square is weak, so bishop f4 attacks it, and if we move the knight at some point, this pawn could be attacked. Knight d7 and knight to f6 castles. So I think black's idea is to exchange couple of pieces and not to have too much pieces on board, and just play maybe a passive position, but try to draw. Bishop g4, again pinning the knight, but I'm not really big fan of this move. I think this idea to double pawns for opponent when he has 2 bishops and he's better developed, and this king potentially can be attacked, so it wasn't the best idea. Queen c2, so very nice move. He just says, okay, if you want to capture this knight, then please do it, and I will have a huge attack and 2 bishops. And again, MVL wins tempo. So notice that this king hasn't castled, and he developed rook, queen, and already is ready to attack the king. Takes, bishop to d6 and bishop to g3, a good move. Rajabov says that I don't have to capture, but if you capture my bishop, then I will not have 2 bishops, but I will then fix my pawn structure, and also I will have the h-file. Knight h5. A bit strange decision again. I'm not sure why MVL is skipping this idea to castle. Again, he's losing a lot of time for all this, and it's very dangerous when you're playing with opposite color bishops and when your king can be potentially attacked. You can say that maybe black is trying to attack the white, but I don't think it's the case here, because white has great control. It kind of control of the center, and they have safe king. They will move it to g2. I don't see how black can actually attack the king. c4, most logical. Just white has a lot of time, and he wants to exchange the backward pawn against center pawn. Takes with the queen and castles. So now white has big advantage. Yeah, they have a center, they have very good king, and for me this h file is just gives white overwhelming attack, because these all pieces, they connect perfectly, and also these pawns are weak. So I think it's kind of mistake in the opening. King g2, g6, preventing from attacking immediately. Rook h1 anyway, and d4. I think this move, Ancient doesn't say it's a bad move, but I would play something like rook to b1, because this, even though it's not like technically a weakness, yeah, but when you have this b6, b7, c6 pawns, yeah, and you attack them with your major pieces, it becomes really difficult to defend them, even though they look okay that you can play rook to b8, but just black's position is too passive. And also this dark square pawn, it really limits this dark square bishop, yeah, and you can think some ideas how to move your pieces, but Rajabov just said, okay, I will have more lines available, and I'm ahead on development, so I can win just with the direct attack. c4, defending from this check. Taking is not possible because of this queen d4, and this is not possible because of rook h7 winning the queen. So, but black had queen f6, kind of solidifying position around the king. But they didn't play like this. He played c5, check, f6. Like I said, if you play queen to f6, then it's rook h7 winning the queen, and f4. So you see that this is what is the attack really in chess. Yeah, it's not like sacrificing, but you have weaknesses and you bring more forces, and it's not enough to defend. Yeah, and with this excellent h file, it's really resignable. a4, queen to c4. Don't really understand this move. Probably blocks the c5 pawn from moving to c4. So then sometimes when you have a bad bishop, yeah, Engine very easily plays moves like c4, sacrificing the pawn, but then this bishop can become alive, and black can receive some kind of attack power. f5, not allowing white to play f5 and attack these pawns here. e4, now white attacks in the center, and rook e1, very nice move. You don't want to capture with the bishop, but you want to capture with the rook, and then take the open file, and it will also improve your position. Takes, rook d6, using the pawn in the center. Takes, b6, as the pawn has been attacked already. a4, takes, and rook takes b6. So they take back, but the king position is very vulnerable now. With this f4, black cannot use the bishop to defend the king. If you play queen f6, then it's takes and bishop is hanging, so he has to move the king. Attacks f5 check, and in this position Emil resigned. If you play rook c7, then it's rook to e6, winning the bishop. All right, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.